Okay, and welcome back. Picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta, in my second attempt on stream to try to do a full playthrough of this game. Between the two parts, I did do a little bit of lookup on some actual ship design from other content creators, so hopefully we'll do a little bit better ships this time. So I think that's where we were lacking the last time, was I didn't get a usable ship that the aliens couldn't simply run away from early enough. So that meant all the fights were fights the aliens wanted, which wasn't a good way to play. Right now, we had a small stretch there where in theory we had control of all the researches. We did end up losing control of the middle one, and at the moment it doesn't really make much sense to take it back. We're going to try to get solid core fission complete. In theory, it'll be done soon enough that, in particular, nuclear freighters might be... We might be able to research nuclear freighters, or get and research nuclear freighters before we're going to Mars. That should save us a bunch of boost getting to Mars. Hopefully.
Standing by.
Ready to go.
Meantime, control. I was thinking of trying to get back into Canada. Oh, I should probably try to defend our points in Kazakhstan if I want to keep the boost in Kazakhstan. It's probably more important than going after retaining the Mexico point.
Ready for orders.
And then can you do a defend?
Where to?
Reporting in.
Let's check to see if I have it. It'd be... Is it up the top? Or maybe the question is, do I even have that mission? Defend interest, yeah. I've got 3 councils, defend interest. So you just happen to not be one of the ones to defend interest, are you?
Ready for my mission.
Where to?
Acknowledged.
So you've got it.
Ready for my
You've got
mission.
it.
Standing by.
You've got it.
Your
Okay, so we
orders?
can have, instead of you doing the stabilize mission for the moment, go pay some influence to
Securing our
defend.
control.
Standing
there.
by for orders.
Oh, more boost. That's a pretty weak boost, but it's more boost. Which, given we're right smack dab in the middle of the phase where we really want boost, we'll go ahead and grab it. That may all change very quickly. State of affairs does change quickly in this game.
We'll turn down the
Stabilizing.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Our Counselor, Ween Hang, seems to be more enthusiastic about the cause.
I will
I've
report
got an estimate that
when
he's
my
around
mission is
15,
complete.
so I think it's time
offering counsel.
to finally move on to someone else.
Securing our interests.
Okay, that should protect the executive over there a little bit better.
We have moved the needle.
I'm not too worried about losing the one that's cracked down, but we'd prefer not
Order
to
is returning.
lose them all.
We will never know if Lise Meitner and Otto
There we
Hahn
go.
even dreamed that their discovery of nuclear fission would one day be used to build spaceships. Let us hope, nevertheless, that we would have made them proud.
Okay, so that's solid core fission. We're going to use things from that, but we're not in a rush to use things from that. So we were on the process to getting in the last one some more boost stuff with next generation aerospace. But next generation aerospace is back behind carbon nanotubes we were working on. What do I want to work on next? So solid core is savings, next gen is generation. could work towards cybernetics. We don't really have the money to do cybernetics. It's a slightly different problem. Mainly biotech, which doesn't... Biotech by itself doesn't give us anything. And the already being researched augmented reality. So I think it's Arrival Law has some of the admin orgs behind it. Yeah. We're not really bootstrapping. Well, the ones we were bootstrapping, we needed to already bootstrap, so it's not worth trying to do the bootstrap. Yeah, let's go for Arrival Law. Or do I want to work towards industrialization in space? Construction module would be nice. Yeah, let's go industrialization in space. We're going to want some construction modules on Mars in case we do get Mars bases blown up. Well, that's kind of to be expected, I suppose. Okay, so we didn't invest in any of our homegrown projects. We could try to take control of everything. That's maybe stretching it a bit. That's because we're already behind on augmented reality here. Oh, no, we can do that balance. Okay. We'll do that balance. Or at least try to do that balance. Don't really care about the Italian petition. Oh, before I forget, America has an army that is not at home and should really be at home. We lost the Kazakhstan point. That's fine. We can work with that. That's why we wanted to defend the main one. There's nuclear freighters. We're going to set as a favorite, and I'm actually going to swap that out for global command structure. It's a little expensive at 2,000, but have modules arriving 18% faster and reduces boost. And in particular, I think it's the best reduced boost for things
Ready.
as far away as Mars. Oh, and you just turned around and cracked it down. Okay.
I'm here.
We'll be taking that point back
power.
Acknowledged.
then. Okay, we're gonna then turn around and probably abandon our
restore
Mexico
peace
point
to
because
this
it's a
nation.
Mexico point.
Ready.
But, oh, let's have you investigate one of the other counselors. You're going to be the hardest. I could pay ops, technically, to do it. Not that desperate right now. We'll come back to you. 89 or 61. We'll pay a little bit of ops here to get an 81%
We'll see
chance
what
on
they're
it.
up to.
Solid core fission reactor. We'll probably want that one. Maybe a debate whether or not we're going to go for any of the higher level ones. Solid core 1
Lending my
is...
expertise.
I think the prerequisite for ion and grid drive. At least grid drive. Might not be for ion. which are probably what we're going to use for our colony ships.
Tracking failed.
They're not fast enough to chase the aliens is kind of the only problem with them. And of course, we failed to investigate our own person. Commercial rocket companies. We can now research that. It spins off a new org. I believe this is a repeatable, so if you're really desperate for orgs that provide boost, I think this is what it mainly provides, is boost. This is a repeatable that will give you a boost org every time. Instead of having to gamble on the
Things
market
are
for
cool
finding
enough.
it and then paying money or influence or whatever to buy it. You just have it in your... Well, you have to pay a little bit to equip it because it'll be unequipped in your bank of orgs, but... Hopefully we're not that desperate for boost. Plugging to Project Expedus. Okay, so... Opinion increase in the United States. Somewhat annoying, but we can work with that.
Our people have taken control.
There we go. We have full control of Kazakhstan. Which means I can't control that, and Mexico, so we'll abandon Mexico for the moment. And yeah, we could try and get more boost here. Really, right now I'm trying to raise the funding so we're a little bit less in the hole on the daily tech. A little bit of welfare to stabilize Kazakhstan. And Twitch chat just said, Jesus wants us to go to the Rapture on Bitfrost. Yeehaw! In reference, presumably, to the event where the congregations of the evangelicals in South America all deciding to favor Exodus more. Yeah, we could definitely use more control points, but we're doing what we're... Okay, still in control of everything. Yes, working on you. Can't really invest more without the control of the globals. Okay, our espionage guy, we could go ahead and grab another admin. And then assign another espionage to him. Even better at his job. Like doing that, it's a nice combo. Okay, next cycle you'll probably be up to 20. I suppose maybe there's an argument the MIB here would probably be better than... Well, no, we really care about that science right now, so... we want that on someone. It doesn't need to be on this person, but we want it on someone. We don't know anywhere to put it otherwise, so he has to hold on to it for the moment. Why would... Yeah, here trying to... Or the advisor here trying to convince me to go attack our ally. Please no. We have intelligence sharing with humanity first. I have a non-aggression pact with the Academy. Non-aggression pact with the Initiative. Probably could do something with the Exodus, but not gonna rush off to do that. No, actually, let's go try to say something. Say hello to the Exodus. Maybe
We'll
try to
open a
negotiate a
channel.
non-aggression pact with them as well.
Offering assistance. Initiating contact.
Good luck saving the world. Just know that we have other plans.
So Twitch is saying this is the first time I've seen one of those events, presumably the religious event, going for someone who is not the servants. Which, yeah, usually I see it going for the servants as well. Good luck saving the world. Yeah, so they are willing to negotiate for non-aggression pact. They don't want any of my projects. They don't want to sell me any of their projects. I could give them orgs. I don't want to give them orgs. don't think I can afford that. Would buy that if I could afford it. So non-aggression pack is going to be like 150 to buy? Yeah. Can I afford this? Yes. $400 for non-aggression pact, and add Astra Games, which is a 2-command, 1-star orc. Yes, please. I just need to find space. Well, I know where I want it, but I need to find space on them for it. Okay, leading on augmented reality. Is that enough? No. Is that enough? I'll have to lose control of something else if I want to keep control of augmented reality. Shame. Okay. We'll lure it as much to keep it as close as possible. I don't think we're going to be able to keep getting back. There's the second army arriving in the United States.
Surveillance complete.
Pinpoint actual loyalty of 12. Okay.
Cleaning things up.
So we'll do like 2 Inspire missions on them and move
Orders
on.
returning.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Information is our greatest weapon, but
We weren't able to maintain augmented research. And it does look like we may be able to get control of space research back. It's a good thing they actually picked space research. I am not opposed to that. It's not really what I wanted so early. You kind of need space stuff to do space research. We're not at Mars yet, and we didn't get any of the good spots on Luna, but I can live with it. Ukraine, under the control of the servants, has agreed to end the war. Well, the servants did something that at least IRL would be a good thing. White peace between Russia and Ukraine would probably be a good thing. Probably would be better if they got Crimea back, but that's maybe pushing it. Yes. Oh, no, it's, I need carbon 92 for the next one. So that should actually complete, and we can go on to the next boost to tech as well.
When faced with a large
There's carbon
problem,
nanotubes. Okay, so with that, we can do next-gen aerospace, which gives us access to 2 things that boost, as well as a couple more hybrid air and directed energy if we do the other prerequisites for them. So, sounds like a good plan. And we invest more into it to get control. That gets us control in it. We'll see if that holds. We lost one of the Mexico points. That's fine. They were all in Crackdown anyway, so.
Ready to go.
Okay, should send. Actually, we should
Reporting
send
in.
you back out assaulting the aliens.
Taking it to them.
We'll send you
Reporting
to
in.
do the more
Your orders.
stabilized missions.
We'll make
Okay.
things safe.
Then
Ready.
you want to improve.
I'll make sure
loyalty.
they're on our side.
One way from getting another admin. You could take another admin, so we'll give you another admin. You were the only one that could take another admin. Okay. I would like the command org to go on you. But you obviously have no space. You'd be the next best one. As right now, you're doing things like stabilize. I could take the research off of you, put the command on... Yeah, that's what we'll do. The research off of you, put the command on, and then on the open space on the one we just cleared up, toss the engineer. Technically, there's more engineering, but we get enough of that. And that's available enough. I tend to find that if I want more, I can get more. You want the first one specifically to get the second slot, but as you can see, we're not even using both slots. at the moment. No, I should change you back over to... There we go. Yeah, I don't think we can get that, and yeah, I'll do something. Okay, let's try something like that. We want to do both of these techs. Specifically, we actually want this to be done... Actually, when are we getting to Mars again? '11th. Survey completion 12th of October. So it's not done yet. It will be done on the 12th of October. At our current rate, this won't be done by then. Can I speed this up? We can get down to March. Okay, there's no scenario where this actually finishes before... we'll spread it around a little bit. We'll try that mix before we start sending things. Really, we need that done before we start sending the first couple mines. The claims can go pretty easily. The mines are going to be wanting that boost savings.
I couldn't get through to them.
At least you didn't, you know, lower the loyalty. You've done that a couple times. It was
Offering
annoying.
support.
National investment in military, army, navy. Yeah, that's a project we may at some point want. We don't want it now.
The people will come to our side.
Things are stabilizing.
Target secured.
And apparently we have enough control that we can actually control everything. That's good to see. Though eventually some of the stuff we haven't cracked down is going to come off crackdown, and we're not going to have enough. Augmented learning. When we actually do swap to knowledge, that'll be good to have. China has good boost income, except China is, like, impossible to get into. Yes, we can get 1%. Yeah, we're not trying to go for China right now.
I'm here.
Can we even public campaign in China? If we're really throwing money at the problem, we might be able to slowly sneak our way in that way, but I'm not willing to throw that much money at the problem. Okay, you can take another admin. We could take any of those engineerings. Obviously, we don't have the space for the two, otherwise we move the crossing humanity over. Or crossing rivers for humanity over. Yeah, okay, so in the meantime, we will go ahead and grab one of these. Grab the cheaper one. That'll make the projects work a little bit faster. Up us to 20%.
Standing by for orders. Going in hot.
Yeah, that'll be done in June, which can't do any quicker, otherwise we're going to lose control of this, the globals, and we want full control of the globals if we can.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Loyalty increase of 3,
Laying the
which
groundwork.
is getting up to the 15 I want. So that's
Lending
good
my
there.
expertise.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Things are cooling off.
Score
So
one
it's
for the good guys.
probably about a month out at this point, to knowing how good Mars is.
Acknowledged.
Ready for my mission.
Okay, let's
Standing by for orders.
investigate him. Get an idea of how loyal he
Tracking
is.
target.
Let's see if the reports
Where
are
to?
true. If the reports are 12, then you just need to raise them by 3. If the reports aren't true, then we're heavily incentivized to fix that. Okay, that's good. Slight problem right now is I obviously can't buy both of them. They're both +3s. One's a -10. Oh, they're both -10. We are spoiling right now for money. We're not doing economy, so we'll probably want to do this one of the 2. And then the question is where to put them. Here's an argument to put on this one to boost that money. Also has the lowest admin right now, or has one of the lower admins. And that would give us 2 space for assigning things like investigate and espionage. So we could put the nib back on. We're actually not that desperate for monthly income of mission control. Although 7% mission control is pretty nice. Because that's what we want it for, is, or what we want is mission control growth, not necessarily raw mission control. Okay, so let's put you on, I'm going to resist the urge to grab this one, because I want to save up to grab the other admin one. Which there is a decent possibility we'll be able to do.
I will help them.
Nothing unusual found.
Nope. We didn't succeed, so we don't know.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
Order is returning.
Enemy set to lead in space research. I can just, in theory, steal it back. Okay, we'll try that. Presumably just means I need more research, but we'll see.
I am humbled to have been chosen for...
There we go. So we managed to maintain control of space research. What do I want next? Photonic computing. You know, let's look up the tech tree. Do the full text tree. So the hybrid air breathing was advanced heat management to go with aerospace. And we could work on advanced heat. The directed energy. It's behind arc lasers. Okay, well that's not happening anytime soon. Air breathing we could probably do. Because I could do advanced heat management concepts. And then the nanotube radiators we probably want for our spaceships anyway. So yeah, that makes sense. We'll do that next. Advanced heat management. Okay, we'll see how that
The
goes.
LZ is secure.
It was like the 11th of October, so middle of the next
What's the op?
run. It's also mailing assets.
Heading to the LZ.
Okay, we can now grab you. We do want to grab you, so we'll grab you. That allows us to grab you, get the command. Centric person is command. Got 10 spare bolts, so we definitely can just let things when they come off of Crackdown stay off of Crackdown. Okay. If we save it to 1.3, 1.4 before that one disappears, we'll pick that one up and we'll turn something else off temporarily to support that. How much are you going to cost when you come off of Crackdown? Less than 10? You come off of Crackdown this month. Oh, and I got my months wrong. October is next month, so we've got 3 more cycles before we know. Well, we know in the middle of the 3rd cycle from here. End of this cycle, you should be coming off a Crackdown, and we'll probably actually hold on to you at that point. I may even go so far to hand over Puerto Rico to you. To help stabilize America.
Offering counsel.
I have new information.
Okay, so they are 12, so we want to raise them like 3.
The people will come to our side.
Violence is abating.
By the numbers.
There's our assault alien asset. Go ahead and just repeat, because apparently we didn't get rid of it all. Well, that's maybe something I should do, is maybe not have so many allies for America. Especially if I'm not planning on taking over, controlling those allies. We'll see. We still have control of the executive, so worst case scenario, just tell them that we're not coming to join their war. Okay, so you're off a Crackdown. That's good. We're about to finish up the space program. Oh, and we maxed out your funding already. Your funding's maxed. Like, where's the funding on this list? It's done. You've run out of funding. Do you have an unrest problem here? Because the GDP per capita is a little bit low. You inspire him.
I'll speak with them.
Actually, invest a little bit of influence, so it's a little bit more likely to succeed.
I'll ensure their
Doesn't
loyalty.
need to be a lot, just a little work will work.
Where to?
Your orders?
Let's actually have you do a quick defend interest in the Caribbean states.
Securing our control.
We could, in theory, cede a state to the Caribbean state, which should help to stabilize the United States. We're not going to do that this cycle, though.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Okay, do that once
Offering
more.
assistance.
Securing our interests.
Probe arrives at Demos. Demos has a decent source of water and volatiles, and nothing else. A little bit more volatiles, a little bit less water at Phobos. So we know Demos and Phobos. Mars, it can take just a little bit longer. Aliens have made it to Titan.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Order is returning.
We know there's more around Titan. Yep, so the aliens have arrived at Titan. Okay. Mexico and Russia have formed an alliance. Okay. Almost got that space program done. Yeah, let's go ahead. I am going to go ahead and hand over Puerto Rico, attempt to try to stabilize America just a little bit. Not going to make a big difference, but it'll make a difference.
On my way to the capital.
At least I don't think it'll make a difference. I might be wrong, and it might make a big difference. This is the cycle where we're going to find... Oops. I forget. We can pick you up. Can I just purchase you? Can't purchase you straight to the unassigned orgs. Okay, so I pick you up right now. We're gonna lose access to an org for the cycle. That's probably fine. Okay, those are the two we're gonna lose. Turn you off, turn you off. This one was pretty good, or will be pretty good because it's 1% space mining, but it's also a little bit of spoils, which we're doing, but we can hold off on that. And then we're going to grab you for the boost, or you for the mission control. I think we're far enough along that the monthly income from that missile boost is not going to be enough to at least not warrant a turn something off, turn something on in the middle of the action cycle.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Okay.
I will help them.
Nanotube armor we're probably going to want, and will probably be what our first ships got on. There is our spaceflight program in the Caribbean. Which is, in theory, a good place to do boost and mission control. So we'll let it do boost and mission control. We're also going to let it do a little bit. Well, I'll say a little bit. A third of it's going to go to our flight as well.
We have moved the needle.
Things are stabilizing.
Now, of course, the place that gets...
Policy direction complete.
Well, we got one mission control already in San Juan, which we're about to hand over to it. It's only got the Kingston one to build. So it's not going to take long to build that mission control. So you're going to see territory to the Caribbean states. And let's see, the Caribbean states get better. Average GDP goes up, their GDP goes up, they're actually stabilized from that because the new state is actually wealthier. Yeah, it makes their cohesion a little bit worse. We basically moved cohesion problem from the United States to the Caribbeans. And still improve the GDP per capita in the United States doing it at the same time, because, you know, sadly America has not made Puerto Rico the most profitable place in the world for the Puerto Ricans. And apparently that actually raised my cap. There we go. So there is the info we wanted about Mars. We now know what Mars does and does not have. Looks like the biggest radioactive site is a 21? 19. 2.1 and 19.4. Needless to say, we want the 19.4. It's going to cost us 10.7 boost and a year to get it there. So we're going to take it. I can claim 8 spots right now. So we're going to claim 8 spots. The the place we grabbed had no nobles. So the next place I should claim should have nobles. Hopefully a lot of nobles. Tharsis has a lot of nobles. A little bit lacking in the water department. Also no radioactives. The best water spot... Well, actually, we got a pretty decent water... So we'll take Arcadia. Arcadia Plantina. We've been there in other games. And then I might still take the best water spot, even though it doesn't have any radioactives at the bottom. Okay, I might only be able to claim 3 with the boost I have. 3 more with the boost I have, and I'll have to wait for the 8th one. Okay, so we had 1 good noble, 1 good radioactive that don't have the other resource, 1 that's a little bit of a balanced of all of them. The good noble one is also pretty decent for metal. We're good with water. Let's grab the best metal one, which is a Radia. Maybe Terra. Arabia Terra. Because of the 100-something metal there. We got a 53 metal and a 2 radioactive, which is probably actually pretty good for the radioactive department in Milka's Terra. And we can get 1 more claim off before we completely run out of stuff. So, like, half the ones we sent have had decent metal, or decent nobles. What's the next best noble spot? Olympus Mons? Pretty good, it's an okay level of volatiles as well. Or do we want a good water one? A lot of the ship drives use water. What do we want? That's got a little bit of everything. 61 in the 20s, a little light on the metal, but we got the 100 metal one, and a little light on the radioactives. We've got some radioactives, and the best radioactive that's left is only a 1 point. Oh no, there's a 4 left. Oh, there's no nobles at the 4. Oh, actually. 3.3, 3.8, which is a little bit lighter on the water. Sure, so we take Arcadia, Valentina. And then the last one will have to stay, or we'll have to pick from what's left when we get back up to 10.3 boost again. Which probably isn't going to take very long. And then once we've got everything claimed that we can claim, the next phase is generating the boost to send the first fission pile and the first mine.
Standing by.
Okay. Because Canada came off a purge. Okay, that's fair. We'll go ahead and abandon Canada. Because we can't afford to keep Canada. We can afford to keep the Caribbean, because we're like 1 point over. We can tolerate being 1 point over. In fact, we might be able to get that fixed. We can get that fixed right now. Problem fixed. Yeah, we'll pick up that boost right now as well. I'll give us a little bit more boost, well, pretty much fixes the problem. We're still technically like 0.04 over. That's barely doing anything, we don't have to worry about that. Oops, that wasn't what I think.
Acknowledged.
16,
Ready
15.
to
We
go.
don't know what you are.
What's the up?
You can't improve relations with yourself.
Ready to go.
Fair enough.
What's the up?
You
I'm here.
could improve relations with her.
Ready.
She likes working here,
Ready.
so you just need to basically succeed like once. We'll give you 16 influence to do it.
I'll ensure their loyalty.
At your service.
And then we're gonna blind fire with the guy who's got all the, or the gal with all the espionage, because it's gonna be hard to be perfectly confident.
I'll speak with them.
But estimation is around a 9, so we'll do like +6 and call it good. We contain control of them. Can we go faster on that one? Yes. Faster on that one. There we go. We get global command structure. This is plus 40 control points. Nuclear freighters will make the first couple of mines cheaper to ship at this point. Whether we're gonna wait till the 26th of April to ship them or not, I don't know, but we'll see.
You are a shining star. You are a burning sun. And within you burns an eternal flame. When that flame touches another, nothing in this world can stand in its way. Superior Judith Howe, Burn Brighter, Self-Improvement Course.
Self-improvement courses, of course. Over to research. So, heat management. We needed that for one of the boost techs, which honestly we didn't really get early enough. That's probably not going to be super great, because we're about to downscale how much we focus on boost. Yeah, we're about to downscale how much we're going to focus on boost. Probably still a little early for that. Arc lasers. I think where I want to go next. What do I want to chase? We could. We still can't really afford to chase Cybernetic, so there's no point in picking that up yet. Is it requirement for space agriculture? We don't need it for tier 1. We probably want it for tier 2. Required for the point defense array, which we may want for defensive reasons. Administrative node. Yeah, let's, you know, orbitals. Let's do orbitals. Maybe too early for orbitals, but yeah, maybe too early for orbitals, but we'll grab it. Or no, I was gonna do this regulatory law for the admin ones. Yeah, let's do regulatory. Either way, it looks like we have. Oh, actually, we don't have control of it apparently. Back off. Yeah, that takes us to it. See if that holds.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Lending my expertise.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Up to, we're still about 238 of 238, basically. Mobile Space Science Lab. I was probably sitting on that. I probably should have done more of that last
The
time.
people will come to our side.
Things are cooling off.
Alien abductions reported in Laos. Well, we'll send someone to investigate, but otherwise we're probably going to leave it alone.
Ready for orders.
Okay, you get to burning some alien life forms.
We're going in.
At your service.
You can go investigate the alien activity.
Investigating alien site.
Still can't do that without not controlling rival law. Okay. Or forget, we do have the boost for the next claim on Mars. Are there still open sites? Of course there's still open sites. No one else has come to Mars yet or no one's claimed anything on Mars yet. Probably because they haven't researched the rapid probes. So my probe got there 100% faster than everyone else's. Yeah, I'm going to assume that's the reason why we got there first. There's a 1.9 with no nobles. There's a 2.9 with a bunch of nobles. Or do I want... A little bit tempted to go with the 61 water. Then I think I'll chase the radioactives. Take the Plantina. Our mission control's risen enough that I could probably save up and do one more mining site location before we start trying to send mines. You're working on getting one additional mission control here. How quickly it's going to generate the 20 or something it needs to is a different question. Okay, I think I'm going to do that one more time.
Offering counsel.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Target destroyed.
Okay. Dealing with those aliens. Sanctions on North Korea. Just impose the sanctions.
Here's what
There's maybe an argument that if you're going to control everything, you want the first one because it's making everyone powerful. But if you don't control stuff, it's making everyone weaker. Alien base detected. Yep, the aliens are going to be spreading until we start unspreading them. So that's probably the aliens like the asteroid belt. So they're coming closer. And closer.
Gear up.
Where do you need me? Gear up.
Okay, you're a quick learner, so you can actually grab an admin. We do have... Well, that's mainly 1% mining. So we can grab another 1% mining. A little bit of research wouldn't hurt. You're not government, you can't pick this up anyway. I suppose we could move the boost off of you. That would give you one slot, but what we'd want takes two. Yeah. it's pretty cheap. Like both these are pretty cheap. So I'm gonna grab you just to actually just toss in the reserve. We can always go trade it to someone else. And then toss you on for the 10 science, which will help try to maintain control of all these. Next gen aerospace is almost done.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
You're jerking my chain, right? There's no way in hell that I'm spending millions on sending a rocket into space if we just let half of it sink to the bottom of the ocean. Chairman Soren van Wyk comments to SABC News.
Doesn't want to leave half of it on the bottom of the ocean. That's fair enough. Next aerospace there. I think the next one I'm going to do is we are going to go ahead and grab orbitals. It's going to be a while before we need them, but there's a thought process there. Or the other one is I can go for... Yeah, no, we're going for orbitals because I'm going to want to put... Probably the first orbital we're going to build is wanting to be a dockyard area. Having a tier 2 one will probably be better than a tier 1 one.
Offering support.
Okay. Close you. Okay. So stuff's getting delayed again. Trying to keep control of these is hard. It'll get easier once I actually have some research in space, but don't have that yet.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
Or if I controlled more on Earth.
Unable to destroy target.
The LC is secure.
Debating whether or not I can backslide. I think we can at least backslide a little bit on the spoils here. Maybe going a little bit into welfare to try to stabilize America. We don't need to stabilize it a lot. Like, if we can get cohesion, you know, not to be 0, that would be good. So we can do like double welfare. Basically move spoils to welfare once lower the boost generation down. The fact that for the boost we can probably back off of soon. Working funding here. Boost working, and again the boost is something we can probably back off of soon. And I should probably send my team of unrest reducing people around. Everyone's getting a little high. Let's say we get some more out of Kazakhstan. Probably get some out of the United States, so on and so forth.
Ready for orders.
She'll be
We'll
really effective
restore
there.
peace to this nation.
We
I'm
probably
here.
only need to do one pass on the United States.
Acknowledged.
Take your 61% there.
Where to?
It would be much better if you had persuasion. Bit of a shame I have not been able, or not persuasion, public campaign. It's a bit of a shame I did not get a public campaign for you. Yeah, let's go around and try to say hi to the factions we know about.
Initiating contact.
Got enough for another claim on Mars? Anyone else there yet? No. So once again, we still have our smorgasbord of choices. We're allowed up to 15 mines. I've only claimed 8 right now. It's left. That's decent. It's got a decent balance across the board. A little bit focusing on the radioactives here. That's pretty decent. Decent balance across the board. Most of it is. That one's got good water, but it's a little weak in the radioactives. Most of these don't necessarily have a lot of metal, so we might actually be a little hungry for metal. There next.
Making contact.
Your
Heart is in the right place.
but your methods are insufficient to meet the threat.
So this is one of the people who I want, you know, be doing good work. Does he have any orgs that I want? Because I definitely want to give him reusable rockets. And I can definitely do some reusable rocket and org trade here. It's got an org that I just must have. Boost and 2 science is tempting. More investigating than 3 stars is not too bad. Doesn't quite have anything I really want. That's probably the most tempting. And doesn't look like I can trade for it in practice. Okay. We'll just do a generous trade to make them like us more. We'll just give them the reusable rockets for free. Part of the advantage of giving the reusable rockets is hopefully he will generate boosts that we can buy off of him later. Or use that boost to generate things that we can then buy off of him, one of the two.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Order is returning.
We were unable to increase security.
Unable, oof. Oh, and the United States has jumped up. It's up to 3 now. We definitely need to raise it and restabilize the United States. That's probably where we're having research issues. Aerospike engines, we do want that. Well, we probably wanted that. It's maybe a bit late. Maybe a bit late.
Initiating surveillance.
Where to?
Acknowledged.
If you can... 2.9 is maybe pushing it. Or 29% is maybe pushing it for a low. We'll send you off to
We'll
Cosmos
turn
instead.
down the heat.
Hopefully we get some successes here. Stabilize some places. Free Federation of Industrial Workers. Yes, please. You're gonna want some admin. You're gonna want some admin. You wouldn't actually be necessarily a bad target for that, because you get, ooh, you're actually providing public campaign. No, definitely on you. Now you have public campaign, with that 13 persuasion, we can, be better at public campaigning. So now we can be in 2 places at once. Could have so used that much earlier in the run. More science, more mission control wouldn't be bad. Your government, we don't actually have anyone from the UK, so you can't get MI5. It's fun as it would be to have an MI5. I just spent influence, so I don't have 160 for this. You may next cycle. Everything here costs influence, so if I'm looking really interested in that, I should wait till next cycle. Yeah. Got 2 opens here, 1 open there. 1 open there. There's only 1, and that's providing advisors, just not something we really need. Everyone has advice, so we don't even need it for advisor, just be 30% knowledge. We'd be doing 3 money a month for 3% knowledge, which is not something we're doing yet. Do I want to move you over? Sort of coalesce the persuasion onto one person. Sure. And then you've got 3 spots, we'll just toss these 3 on. You also have government, so we'll probably take those 3 off to put this one on, if it's still here at the end of the next cycle. Or at the end of the cycle when we have the influence for it. Okay, it looks like we're losing control of orbitals. Yeah, we either lose control of orbitals or lose control of the other ones. And out of them, I'd probably prefer to lose control of the orbitals, so... Okay, that'll work for this. Let's go one more cycle. And then looking at the time, this will probably be the last cycle of the video and of the stream.
We found nothing of note.
Things are stabilizing.
And so one way to stabilize America is to... right now, the Academy has a lot of support here. And that's actually lowering our fragmentation, because the people are being fragmented over the fact that they're not being ruled by who they want to be. So yeah, if we can raise the public opinion in America, it'll help stabilize America. Scramjets, yeah, that would have been good to have earlier.
Unjustified to them.
We missed by 1%.
Violence is abating.
Reduced it by 1 to 2. That helps a lot. That might actually mean... Okay, we can just about squeeze back into control again now that we've got that effectiveness back from the United States. Oop. And now I can't take a rival law back. Okay. Well. So part of it is when they see that moment of weakness and they all just jump on it. It's a little annoying the AI does that. But that's what the AI does. Because that's something what we do too, so we think we can control it, we try to control it. And if we don't think we control it, then we try to sneak off and do our projects. That's what we're doing right now. Oh, I probably did want control of that. That's annoying. Okay, well, we'll keep what control we can.
Where do you need me?
I do now have the stuff to grab you. So we come here, we unplug you. You maybe debate whether or not it was actually worth putting these on, because I don't think well, actually, we were getting, what, it's 9... it probably wasn't actually worth doing. Putting them on, because I think we actually paid more to put them on than we got while they were on. There we go, another mission control. More science. More science will actually help. Trying to keep control here. No. Oh, we can get those too. Work a little bit on nuclear freighters. Yeah, before I keep playing this episode on and on and on, this is probably where we should go ahead and put the part break in. We're on Mars. We control 9 of the 25 sites on Mars. I am a little bit tempted to grab a 10th slot, which would be a splurge. Come into the base. To set these up, I need 10.7 boost for the fission pile, 125 for the orbital mining complex. So it's about 130 to set one of these up. So yeah, I might postpone getting, or might postpone doing these, because that's 135. That's quite a bit. Just to claim another site. I think that will come down when we get nuclear freighters. Now, granted, trying to control all these techs is making it harder to control, to get the nuclear freighters timely. So one of the decisions I might make over the break is going for getting our projects done. Just, we've got an idea for what we want, and this is probably the last gasp for when we want going to change products. Things like Aerospike, where we want boost. Because once we have space resources, we're a lot less desperate for boost until we have modules that use it directly. So like Aerospike and Scramjet, this is kind of the last gasp for when these might be useful in the short term. Oops, that's another button I wanted to hit. I want to go back. So there's maybe an argument that we give up control of space of global science, partially because we're finding it harder and harder to control. Right, one way to get back into the global science game is to get the space stuff going. So that is boost to afford the mines up and running, and that is labs. We haven't done it in the lab techs yet, so we can't actually build space labs, but space labs are going to be worth a lot of science. So yeah, with that, we've gone ahead. We've got a independent Kazakhstan, so we're getting all 2.5 of its boost and all 3 of its mission control. We are working on mission control in the United States, and to stabilize it a little bit, we gave away Puerto Rico to the Caribbean states. Caribbean states are working on its 2nd mission control. It inherited the one. America apparently made the San Juan one, the Puerto Rican one, earlier, before we handed it over, so this place is worth 1 mission control, soon to be 2. United States has a lot of potential mission control, most of it untapped. We've only got 10 mission control coming from the United States right now. And then we have a little bit from orgs. So 14 nations, 5 from counselors, and then you have 2 default as from your council. Yeah, that adds up to 21. We're getting pretty decent boost. We're actually getting like half of our, or a third of our boost from the counselors, from the orgs and the counselors. In the long run, we probably don't want that, but in the short run, that's been pretty powerful. So as soon as we don't need boosts anymore, we'll probably start looking to remove those orgs from the counselors and swap them over to other things. I have started to try to improve and stabilize the United States. That's a long and arduous process, and getting the boost and the mission control was a little bit more of a priority. Once we had the boost and the mission control sort of sorted, obviously we'll stop getting boost in the United States. And we'll probably focus a little bit more on fixing it, which is welfare, and then generating research, which is going to be education. Because it's pretty valid to get education up to like 12. We're slowly working on fixing the Caribbean, which is welfare again. Probably the economy would help a little bit as well. But we do want that mission control, and while we're on the boost train, we're on the boost train. Apparently, I haven't been building any boost in Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan is getting more stable. Probably actually getting pretty close in the cohesion, where it probably is time for me to do boost and or economy. But we'll let it be as it is. So before I ramble on too much, this has already been an episode that's over an hour long. And this is sort of a longer campaign, so I'm probably going to do like an hour a night instead of, or an hour an episode instead of 30 to 40 minutes an episode, so I hope you enjoy that. Maybe if time is tight for me, it'll end up being 30 to 40. But we'll probably end up stretching it out to an hour. So I hope you've been enjoying. If you're watching on YouTube, if everything goes according to plan, there'll be part up for you tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, this is where we're going to go ahead and end the stream, which, before I forget, let's put a quick save in. So this is the Resistance. We're playing as the Resistance on stream. This is save 1. So, I hope you've all been enjoying. The next stream of this should be in 4 days. Tomorrow will be the continuation of Field of Glory Empires as Sparta in the Persial DLC. Day after that, I think I'm going to go play XCOM. I can't remember what the ending of XCOM is. I think I've played to the ending of XCOM before, but I can't remember. So the plan is I'm going to record a run of XCOM. So the next time that I can't remember what the ending of XCOM is, I can just watch the video of me doing the playthrough. Because I think I've played it all the way through. Maybe I haven't. So that you're gonna, if you come watch that, you're gonna watch me try to get through XCOM. I don't promise the difficulty is gonna be particularly high. I do know technically XCOM on lower difficulties lies to you about the difficulty of your shots. The probability actually skews better for you than it tells you. I know enough about statistics that I'd probably accept actual XCOM high difficulty logic, but where it's not skewed to you, but that's fine. So yeah. Tomorrow, Field of Glory. XCOM the day after that. Prussia will be the day after that in Victoria 3. And then the day after that will be the return to this series, where hopefully we'll get the Martian mines going. There's a little bit of I'm always just tempted to grab just one more mine. Claim one more mine site, because we're allowed up to 15 with no penalty. So in theory, I could run 30 mission control of just mines right now. Of to be mines. We haven't even started shipping the mines yet, right? There is an argument, maybe, and this is what I'm going to try to decide between the break. Do I try to hold on to control up here? There's maybe even an argument, right? I've already lost control of the middle one. Do I just give up on the control of one of them, focus on the other two? And that's actually a pretty semi-serious argument I could do. To force through nuclear freighters quicker, force through the boost ones quicker, get global command structure so we can get a little bit more of Earth, get the labs so that we can actually make use of the Tier 1 labs. This one in particular, I think, will significantly reduce the cost, because I don't remember them being like 130 to set up. I remember them being like 75, 65 to set up. And I think that's, I usually get nuclear freighters before we start sending the mines up, so that's why they're expensive. We got it half researched. It should finish the 7th of May. We can probably accelerate that if we give up on trying to control the globals for a bit, to get our local projects done. So I'll make that decision in the next 4 days. And with that, I think I've done the announcements. If you're watching on Twitch and want a comment responded to, this is probably the last call for comments. After I stop the YouTube recording, I'll leave the game up for about a minute to answer any comments. If you're watching on Twitch and you have any questions about any of the game mechanics, I might not be the best teacher, but I am on board with at least trying to look it up and figure it out for you. At this point in the run, it's probably good to ask mostly about planetary early game stuff. I don't think this was the best early game. We definitely had a lot of struggle getting into the United States. And because I had the struggle getting into the United States, I didn't have the sciences early. The United States is really good for science, which was definitely making it difficult to control the globals. Which is why I don't have as much control points as I'd like. Ideally, at this point, I'd like to have the United States, Canada, and Kazakhstan. I suppose the new cycle and the Caribbean states. I'd like to have those 4. Maybe not have Mexico. And we have three of those 4. So we're about 45. Actually, we're about 30 to 40 command control points behind where I want to be. This is worth 40. So that's probably it. We're probably about like 180 science behind where I want to be. At least one project. And, oh, well, I suppose I want the nuclear... We normally have the nuclear freighters as well, so... We're like 2,000-3,000 science behind where I would like to be. Because of the delay getting in the United States. So you could definitely, if you wanted to save scum it a bit more than I do, which I try not to save scum games, you could have gotten in the United States faster than I have. Because I've gotten to the United States faster than I have here. I just didn't this run. And a lot of that was down to... No... public campaign on you. You had public campaign. In fact, you were the only one who had public campaign, so this was all just doing all the things. But yeah, so before I ramble on too much, this is where I'm going to go ahead and end the episode. Wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.